bitch. You know why you a bitch? Cause I said so. You just a bitchy bitch. You a bitch McBitcherson. You a bitch McBitch. I go to McDonald's and get a McBitch because you a bitch. Bitch.
On Thursday nights, sometimes I look at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear the Ant Money Experience call. There I was. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Ant Money Experience, the podcast unlike no other, greatest podcast in the world. You know that if you are here with me right now, I appreciate you, and you are here for the unofficial start of the weekend. Hope everybody had a great and amazing week. Took the week off last week because I do what I want. But no, glad to have y'all back here once again. Got another great episode in line for y'all right now. Shout out to Tate Boogie, just like comedian Tate Boogie. If you are watching right now, make sure that you leave a comment so I could give you your proper shout out. And if you are watching right now, you are watching on the most dangerous podcast network in the world, the big exclusive network. If you have a podcast idea, if you have a podcast you need curated, you need a home, you want your podcast broadcast on a bigger network, come on over to the winning team, man. Also, I've been telling y'all for the last couple months that the big exclusive network got some stuff coming. We got some fucking stuff coming. We are about to load up your entire week, and it ain't shit y'all can do about it. First of all, I gotta say, I'm definitely enjoying the big exclusive podcast coming back with the big angry OG, big exclusive, top flight himself. We also have that's going to be every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Y'all know they're going to talk some real shit. This show gonna go off the rails, but it's always going to be a good time. Also, coming up in the near future, we got the Just Us League. I can't remember the co-host the host at this time, but another fire show that's going to be coming up. Also, I have a game show that's going to be coming up on the network that I'll be hosting. We need contestants, so if you would like to be a contestant, make sure you inbox me or DM me. Ladies, you show them things, you know you definitely coming to the front. But also, I'm telling y'all, we got some shit coming up for y'all. We got Council of the Culture hosted by Big Exclusive himself. That's going to be another banger for y'all. Make sure y'all come through, and we're going to have some conversation that we need to have amongst ourselves in the community. Because you know, it be stuff going on affecting us that we just gotta address. Extra heavy on the pulse for that one comedian, Tay Boogie, indeed. Also, Thursday the 25th, we will, I believe, have a live podcast, but there is going to be a comedy show. Our guy, Top Flight himself, is going to be hosting it. It is going to be a big exclusive network invasion. It's going to be a karaoke comedy show. Me and Tasia, if you focus in on the face, you can see who that actually is. But that's definitely going to be a good one. I am upset that I'm not going to be in town for that one. But if you would like tickets, make sure you reach out to Big Exclusive for ticket information, or you could pay at the door. If you pay at the door, I'm telling you, I'm gonna tax you an extra 20. Don't tell Big Exclusive. But before we go any further, a message from our sponsors. Damn, I felt like I was giving church, the church little announcements right there, but you know it's necessary. Make sure you are tuned in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the network. Share our content because we appreciate the love. Also, if you would like to be a co-host on the Ant Money Experience, or you would like your business spotlighted, make sure you inbox me, ladies. You already know I don't gotta say it again. But before we go any further, producer, bring up my co-host for this evening. The man, the myth, the legend. Ron, what up, good brother?
What's up, player?
Ah man, last time I
Oh,
saw it. Look, last time I saw you, you was sitting over there sweating like a DJ that left his crates at home.
Yo, I got a situation. I thought he said, ironically, that's the shirt. I literally just had that shirt on when I recorded.
Yo, stop trying to stop copying my swag. But with that being said, let's jump into that. If it bleeds, it leads. First of all, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. The biggest news that we've gotten in a while. Kurt. Charlie Kirk was shot yesterday while doing I guess what would you call that? A speech? I don't exactly know what to do. Me
No,
personally, would you say?
he hold like rallies and stuff at college where he debate college students. He do a tour. He do a countrywide tour.
Yeah, I would say personally, I was at first I had gotten him confused with somebody else that kind of has like the same theory and philosophies of him. I'm not really a fan. I hate the fact that when stuff like this, people act like they really care. I didn't personally care for his content, but I think that freedom of speech is not for the people that you like. I think it's unfortunate that he was killed in front of his wife and young kids. That is something that will stay with those kids forever. But unpopular opinion, I am an advocate for violence, but with violence there comes repercussions, and words have meaning. You have to watch the stuff that you put out in the atmosphere, because I see multiple videos in the last 24 hours with him saying that gun deaths are necessary for the second amendment, and that is a very wild statement. I just want to say, watch what you put out in the atmosphere, because words do have meanings. With that being said, run up on me if you want. Catch these fucking hands. With that being said, producer, bring up my first topic, please.
About the first official 9/11 divorce story.
What do you mean 9/11 divorce story? Like,
Listen, 9/11 happened, right? It was this guy that worked in 9/11. Well, he had an office in 9/11.
oh, like the World Trade Center?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of going to his office, he went to his girlfriend's house. So his wife seen 9/11, was like, oh, calling her husband because her husband wasn't answering the phone. So he thought her husband died. And then, like, he finally turns his phone back on. He doesn't turn on the radio or the news or TV or nothing. He has his girlfriend's house. So his wife calls him. She's like, "Oh my God, I've been trying to call you all day. Are you okay? Blah blah blah. What's going on?" He was like, "Oh yeah, nah, it's okay. I'm in my office right now. I had an office meeting." And she was like, "Huh?" He was like, "Yeah, I had an office meeting, like all office meeting. I'm back in my office now. Everything's okay." She's like, "You're not in your office." She was like, "Yes, I am. How are you telling me?" She was like, "Turn on the news, Jack." And just hung up the phone. And then obviously he turned on the news and seen 9/11 was going on.
Wow. So that man was getting cheeks while the towers was getting rocked?
Towers getting rocked. But he's supposed to be in work. He's supposed to be at work. So I guess cheating saved his life. But
I guess. But like, at what cost? Now you don't got a family?
saved his life, lost his wife, you know?
Now, before I go any further, I want to say, send a heavy birthday shout out to Mom Dukes. My mom is celebrating her birthday. I know ladies don't like to tell their age, so I won't tell everybody that she turned 61. Happy birthday, Mom Dukes. She currently out Alaska. I don't know why anybody black would want to go to Alaska, but my parents decided that's what they wanted to do. Have at it. But shout out to Mom Dukes. Happy birthday. Today is the 24th anniversary of September 11th. Regardless if you buy into the conspiracy theories or not, a lot of people lost their lives that day, and I would like to say send a rest in peace shout out to those individuals as well as their families. Now, I always like to find the comedy and stuff. That's my sort of dark humor. But Ron, what did you think about the video?
I mean, that's crazy. And then, I mean, if it was me, it would just be like, ain't God good?
All the time.
I'm just saying, like,
Yo,
I lost my family, but I didn't lose my life. All right. Like,
yo, the fact that he said, boy was like,
he
yeah,
could
I
have
was
spunted
really
like, all right, well, he could have spunted like, well, damn, you should at least be happy the kids still got a dad. Like, it's wild. you know. But and it's crazy for real. It took me back to the time because what's wild is that was actually a time where like you had to watch TV to get the information. You had
Facts.
to watch TV to get the information. Like our phone, we didn't even have. We had what Nextels. Like you had
Next
to watch
at
TV.
the time I had the brick Nokia.
Yeah, you have the Nokia. Yep, yep. That's what I
I
had.
had
The
the
little
brick
Nokia.
Nokia with the green and black screen.
Yep.
But I I actually had a dark humor joke this week myself. So we was at work and they was talking about the Powerball, like small talk before we got this meeting started. So I was like, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. If I hit the Powerball, y'all gonna be able to tell. What up, El Presidente? Cause I'm gonna come in here lavish. It's gonna be about 80 degrees. Y'all gonna be like, why you got that all mink coat on? Why you minding my fucking business? But the dark humor came out because I made the statement, yeah, if I hit the Powerball, y'all gonna be able to tell. So my supervisor was like, yeah, I'm waiting for my parents. So I chuckled and she was like, I'm trying to figure out what's funny about that. I said, oh, I thought you were saying that you waiting for your parents to die because that's gonna be a lottery ticket when you collect the insurance. The whole room was like, I said, oh shit, never mind, carry on. Everybody was like, all right, so I think we can start the meeting. Listen, sometimes my dark humor gets the best of me. But with that being said, producer, my next clip, please. Now, Ryan, you come down the steps, middle of the night, Glock off safety because you heard something shuffle around. You walk down there, there's a bear in the kitchen. What's your next move?
If I got yeah, if I got what I got, pause. The same thing is happening. Like
But think about it. You expecting a
I'm a.
person because of the type of noise you hearing, and it's
It
a
don't matter who it
fucking
is. They getting
bear.
Swiss cheese. Don't matter who.
Yo,
Yeah,
I wonder what the bullet that he hit that bear with, because that bear dropped.
it looked like he probably had like a maybe it was an M something.
No, that was
It was
definitely an MC. I mean, well, AR-15, a
yeah,
civilian modification,
yeah,
civilian version of it. But
yeah,
he hit
yeah.
that bear with some heavy shit. Listen, I'm glad it wasn't a person, because if that was a human, listen, the next
Brain splatter.
visual, the next visual would have been in the gates of hell.
Why are you breaking in
But
my house? Shit.
I saw that shit and I was just like, but when I see that people always focusing on the what would you do? What would you do if you was the person that came down the steps second and you see the bear dead? It's like, wait, what?
I got a better one for you, Aunt. I got a
What's
better one
up?
for you. Imagine that was the guy who got caught cheating on 9/11. Like that, like he just got caught the day before, and now he just laying a fucking bear out. Like she not gonna know what to do. Like you still
Yeah,
want this divorce?
I'm gonna tell you what's
You want to
happening.
join him? You-
But the craziest part about all that is, I mean, you gotta call the authorities, because once you lay an animal down, you gotta call the authorities out so they could. I mean, because you can't just get rid of the bear without letting a proper legally you're
Why
supposed to
can't
let
you?
the authorities know. But also ain't no going back to sleep that night.
Well, yeah, yeah. That night it's probably yeah. Sleep is it's over with. I mean,
that
well, it
night,
depends. I don't know.
that night is a dub.
Maybe
That's
for
some
her, but I could have definitely I could have went back to sleep. I mean, shit, I just killed the bear. Like clearly can
I
handle whatever's
mean,
gonna happen.
I could say something, but it might be incriminating, so I won't tell it. I remember one time I beat this crackhead half to death, and then I walked back in my homie crib and started drinking again. And my homie Lace looked at me. He was like, "Yo, you good?" I was like, "Yeah, so what's up? Next shot." He was like, "Dog, I just watched you beat somebody almost half to death, and you just walked in here and finished drinking like that was just another day at the office." I said, "He got his ass kicked. I didn't get mine kicked." He the one struggling to walk up the street. What up, Scooty? But with that being said, I know, right? Crazy El Presidente. With that being said, producer, drop my next shit.
Imagine working night shift, 12 hours, feet hurting, hungry, and every time you fucking get here, your food is gone. Ain't no fucking food of yours in the fridge. Food just be vanishing like it's a food fairy in here. But joke's on them. Tonight, I put laxatives in that shit. So I'm gonna be watching that bathroom all night. Stay tuned. Now I've been watching her for the past 6 hours. She the only person been going in and out that damn bathroom. Now she all bent over. She gotta go home because her stomach fucked up. Now you can call me petty or whatever, but I bet she won't touch nobody else's food in that fridge. Better go home and get some Imodium. Now I can enjoy my lunch that I had to hide behind the desk. So hopefully when I bring my food in here again, nobody takes it upon themselves to touch somebody else's stuff.
Now, producer, break up Scooty's comment, please. Putting stuff in your food because they're still in it make somebody sick is illegal. Well, actually, I was adding ingredients to my food because I wanted to become regular that day, and I normally can't take laxatives straight out, so I added the laxatives to my food. I didn't intend on somebody getting sick. That's the story I'm gonna tell. Now, Ron, have you ever had somebody eat your food at work?
One time, I was working a double. I had bought two orange juices. I drunk one. I mean, this is actually at the airport, and someone stole the other one. And then after that, I let everybody know the next time somebody decided to steal something that belonged to me, it was going to be rat poison in it. So drink or eat it at your own risk. And I haven't had any problems since.
Is that why you're currently on an extended vacation?
No. No. No.
But
We.
no, I actually I got two stories. I think I told one of them up here before, but I had two of my cousins work together, and my one cousin, he was like, "Yo, I don't take lunch to work ever." I said, "What do you mean? What do you do at work? Because y'all work overnights." He said, "Oh, I go in the refrigerator and whoever shit look good, I just eat it." I was like,
Oh
"What?"
my God.
He said, "Yeah." So my other cousin knows that he's the person that's doing it. So he was like, one day he had like a cookout plate, and he said he went. He like it was like just a hectic shift. So he's like, I went to go bust my grub, and the shit was going. And he was like, I wanted to fuck him up, but that's family, so I know I had to just let that one rock. And my cousin had the nerve to say, and that shit was good too. Now, me personally, I've only
Yo.
had one person ever eat my food at work, and I never found out who that person was. It was an overnight shift, and I was working on a project, and they happened to be moving our department to another section of the building. So they was like, all right, finish your last part of that project, finish that. I helped them for like an hour bring this heavy ass equipment from one floor to the next. So I get back. At this point, it's like 2:30 in the morning. I'm hungry as fuck. Now I ain't got shit, but one of them little nut ass, I forgot what the TV dinners is called, but it's a nut ass little spaghetti joint. So I walk in, I open the refrigerator, I mean the freezer, that joint gone. So I'm like, I'm looking around. I happened to look to the right and seen that motherfucker in the trash. Somebody bust that joint and I'm just like, yo, I'm mad
Oh,
because I can't even
pause.
figure. Yeah, that was a little crazy. But I couldn't even begin to figure out who the person was that did it. It was no way for me to figure that out at all. So I was just looking at people real crazy. I used to put decoy meals in there, just like the one that they ate, to see who would eat that John. Pause. But nobody took the bait. But our next
Son, you
two
gotta do rat
topics.
poison, man.
Damn, you trying to get somebody like on me, not me, myself, and Irene on Dumb and Dumber. But
I'm
our
telling
next
you.
two topics
See
have
nigga in
been
the
my
corner curled up.
You know who it was. But these next two topics have been my favorite moments of the week. Producer, my next clip, please.
Ball hit the fan. Oh, the Phillies fan came in and he stole it from another Phillies fan. Oh, she can't believe it. Whoa.
Oh, easy.
Oh, yeah. Yup. We have a little infighting here.
You know, he did give it to who I would assume is his son.
Now, Ryan, you seen that clip. What were your thoughts?
First, so two things. One, she a piece of shit. And I also hate how like it's a misrepresentation of our city because it was in Florida. It was a Phillies fan in Florida. So she's from
Right.
down there. I'll come to find out she got fired and stuff like that, long story short. But I thought it was corny because like when the ball's going to the stands, like it's for whoever gets it, gets it. Like, you know what I mean? So he came over, it was never in her possession. He picked it up off the ground. You can see him going in that direction as the ball is hit that way. He picks it up and he gives it to his son. It's not like he picked it up, he went and said that he gave it to his son. I felt like she was just being extra. And then she was in the long run, she was salty about it because now she done lost.
She
Let's
looks like
just
an
say she done
ass.
lost a lot. Yeah, she
Now,
do. She would be glad I wasn't that dad because that Sports Center highlight would have went left.
I'm glad you said that. First, I would like to say it did look a little different to me at first because from the angle, I thought he might have snatched it out her hand.
Right.
Then, as I look at it again, no, it just happened to land in between your legs, and he snatched it.
Right.
Which is it? I know, right? That sounds crazy. I was trying to see if you was going to stop me at that point, but also, yo, lady, it's the baseball went into the stands. What you want? And it ain't like you said, it ain't like he caught it, sat down, and was like, he gave it to his son. It was his son's birthday. Now, what I didn't like about it was what he said to his son. So the lady came over there and you saw her yelling, and he said, so I taught my son a lesson that day. You don't want to get involved with things like this. So I just gave it to the lady to fuck no. I'm never teaching my daughter to back down from shit. I remember there's been plenty of times where I've always said that I would not fight in front of my daughter unless it was completely necessary. We had an incident one day where I went, and this is how long ago it was. I had to get my iPod repaired. So the guy was like, it is nothing I can do for it. I can sell you another one. He sells me another one. I go to my car, it doesn't work. I come back, I'm like, yo, the joint don't work. He like the receipt say once you go out the store, whatever you buy is final sell. Nah. I walked out this door and went to my car and came back. My car is parked right there. You can see my car from where we're standing right here. You're going to give me my money back. He was like, no, listen, you can have it your way. Either give me my money back or everything in this on this counter right now is getting thrown at you. Have it your way. So the owner came out. He was like, no, 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 brother. He gave me a discount on some oils and shit like that afterwards. But I told my daughter, you don't back down from nobody. If you right, you right. Stand on it. But the fact that he told his son to just stand down, that was a little fucking crazy.
So like I get like all right, I get. I mean, I'm not somebody that's like usually the bigger person. I'm working on it. So like I get being a bigger person, and he said, and in 10 years, like that, he set an example for his son to like, you know what, like life is bigger than a fucking baseball. But yeah, I was wondering where was his wife at because I know it wouldn't if whoever I get married to because if my wife she getting up. Boop, boop, hey, she going from the stands to the field. Like,
listen, they look like they had mid-level seats. You'd have been in the nosebleeds after that.
and I'm pretty good with I'm pretty. I got that figured out. I got that down pat.
Ladies and gentlemen, I wish I could have saw the video. But my second, this might have been one of my favorite moments of the week. Producer, play my next video, please.
And Chris, that other angle showed us that the umpire was looking back towards the Cowboys huddle and saw that and then was watching the rest of the confrontation. Remember, there was an Eagles player, their fullback on
Now, Ron, what were your thoughts about that video?
So when I was watching the game like live, so immediately when they say he was like getting tossed because he spit on somebody, I already knew like something of that degree had to happen to him. And if you play football, niggas get spit on all the time, no diddy. But like that's something that happens. He just got caught. But I wish he hadn't did it because but it happens honestly all this. Anybody that's ever put pads on will tell you that shit happens all the time. They just don't catch them. Whenever you see like a scrum and niggas just trying to kill the other person, it's because he spit on them.
Now, I originally thought like, damn, dog, you just walked up to him and spit on him like that. And
Oh, one
then
more thing
what?
before I forget, my bad. One more thing. It's also on him because he wasn't supposed to be there. He played. He supposed to be 5 yards behind the football. So
True.
he also was where he wasn't supposed to be at. Like he walked over to where he was at. He went to where Dak was where he was supposed to be at. He walked over to that, but Dak did spit in his direction first.
Now, and that's where it like for me. If originally I didn't see where Dak had spit at him first, but also that's the sign. Like that's disrespectful. I've only tried out for the football team. I quit because I wanted to play cornerback, and the coach wanted me to play six string running back. I'm like, bro, the the starting running back is getting recruited by Syracuse. I'm not about to get no tick, and I'm not about to wait the whole junior year while I'm sitting there watching our DBs get cooked. Nah, you got it, bro. But I mean, what Dak did was disrespectful. Um, Dak got away with it because it wasn't no
Right.
contact. I think what Whistle Column did was wrong, but I'm not really mad at it. Once I saw the whole video, I'm like, because clearly Dak was spitting at him. He just didn't spit on him. But
Right.
I mean, but
And
I'm glad that he only getting the one game that he served, and he also only got the $57,000 fine. I mean, it ain't like it's chump change, but I mean, you live to fight another day. Dak
I think
did
Dak
have
should have
the.
got fined too.
I kind of thought Dak should have got fined too, but I was like, I think that's kind of hard to enforce because he didn't spit on him. It didn't make contact. But why was Dak looking like the fucking Joker when he looked at him?
Because he knew
Uh,
he hit him with a vet move. Spit his
you
direction.
can
Once
you
he,
can you can see his molars.
and you know
But
what also helped that situation?
what's
Another
up?
reason he didn't get suspended. Lamar Jackson pushing that fan. That's what helped. That's what helped him not get suspended because they can't afford to suspend Lamar. They're not going to suspend Lamar. If
Yeah.
they suspend him, they had to suspend Lamar because
Also,
what Lamar did was worse from a like business standpoint.
honestly, I felt like what Lamar did was more justified. Don't touch me.
It was justified.
I can see like fans get excited. You near a star player. I could see giving them like a joint like that, but also
He
even
hit that
that.
nigga on the head.
He tried to send homie a couple rows back. And first of all, I would like to say, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of my favorite times of the year. As always, it's always fuck the Eagles, fuck the Jets. What up, Mondell? Yeah, fuck
Damn.
the Eagles, fuck the Jets, fuck the Giants. Straight like that. Also, fuck the Ravens this week. The whole division lost. All y'all had to do was beat the Bills. What the fuck? But ladies and gentlemen, this is my favorite time of
Did
the
the
year.
did the Patriots win?
And huh?
Did the Patriots win again?
You good?
Did the
Are you
Patriots win
okay?
the game? I'm asking.
No, 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 no,
I'm
no.
fantastic.
Are you
I'm
okay?
great. I'm fantastic. I guess they didn't. That's probably why that must be why you're getting aggressive and hostile.
Producer, you know how I like to do every and if it bleeds, it leads every week. Play my funny video of the week.
Top 5 NFL fans with the most STDs.
The Giants.
Number 4, 34% of Giant fans have STDs.
Cowboys.
Number 5, though, fringe team, STDs, 33% have active STDs. And
Baltimore.
no Baltimore on the list.
What about 49ers?
No.
Raiders.
No, they're not on the list.
Ooh.
They're clean.
Dolphins.
Dolphins not on the list. They're clean, too. It goes along with the obese football teams.
Atlanta,
yes. 35% of Atlanta fans have active STDs.
Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, Tennessee Titans, number 2, 38%. Number 1, huge margin.
Eagles,
yes. Number 1, Eagles.
No surprise.
Yeah, 52% of Eagles fans walking around itching.
That was for every Eagles fan that I see. You know, when I'm out with my friends, there's a game I like to play. It's called statistically every 1 in 8 people has genital herpes. So I like to count off 8 people, and when I get to the 8th person, I'm like, now I have a new game. Every event that I go to and I see a bunch of Eagles jerseys, I'm gonna say 1, 2, yeah, look like you got an STD. 1, 2, yeah, you got an STD too. Yeah, straight like that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for Lounge Talk this week. Ron has no idea what the topic is. Like how I like to keep it, but producer, let's jump into that Lounge Talk. Now, for my wine cooler topic, I actually have a video this week. I actually got 2 wine cooler topics as we. Oh, so y'all just want to talk shit about the Patriots in the chat? Y'all on some dumb shit. But producer, play my wine cooler topic for this week.
It's the petty celebrities. Who's the pettiest celebrities?
Number 1 is 50 Cent. Number 2 would be, at this point, now Cameron had moved up. He in the power rankings, top 3. Nikki.
You think Nikki top 5 though?
Nikki's definitely top 5. Petty? She don't. Nikki remember a that did her wrong in 97. God, I don't want. That's you. That's how you are.
Yeah, I don't forget.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm gonna go 50 Cameron.
Oh, well, you know who we missing?
Who?
To the Donald.
Trump. Oh, Trump really out over 50.
Yeah.
They really might be the big 3.
Charlotte.
Charlemagne?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Oh.
I would swap.
No, I'll swap Charlotte and I shut this whole shit down. Drake. Nigga Drake. Nigga.
I don't have a comment.
It go Trump, Drake.
Now, Ryan, who do you think is a petty celebrity?
I was gonna say it was either 50 or Trump. Like 50 don't miss. Like 50 hold grudges like no other. Like and I like it because I can relate to it because I'm kind of the same way. Like I get the whole like if you fuck with like if I ever got cool with 50, like I know I need to just delete all Rick Ross music off my Apple Music so that it don't accidentally play in the car. Like he is the most petty motherfucker I have never not met in my life. Like it's ridiculous. And then Trump is probably next. Like Trump, yeah, he don't miss either. Like he don't miss an opportunity to.
For sure. I would say 50 Cent is probably the most petty comedian. That was when I saw the clip, that was instantly the first person I thought of. I remember one day I walked in the kitchen and one of my friends, I won't say her name right now, Jessica, we always have an inside joke where we refer to her as a dog because she always just barking. Whenever we get in an argument, she just right at you. So we started calling her. One of my friends gave her, he was like, yo, you always barking like a chihuahua. So we make dog jokes about her. So she had said something to me one day on Facebook. And I was like, man, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna leave you some pedigree for you to chow on. So I walked in the kitchen because I was in Philly at the time. And my mom was like, why would you refer to that young lady as a dog? I'm like, hold on, mom. It's an inside joke. My mom was like, it's 2 people. She was like, I don't know why people mess with you and they mess with 50 Cent. She was like, because y'all about the pettiest people on the internet. Y'all don't let nothing go. She was like, because I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I didn't teach you to be that disrespectful. But I'm looking at it and now I get it. But Trump for sure, because Trump he don't forget.
Oh, too, back when he used to really like when he used, I mean, I ain't gonna say like used to rap, but when he was dropping albums, he would always he drop every album. It's like some petty shit. Like on one of his on that song, "Turn Up the Bounce," like on the hook, it's somebody in the background singing, "Ja Rule can't beat Jay-Z." Like he's really petty. Like
So the
he
pettiest thing about Jay-Z is Jay-Z has a lot of disses that people are like decoding now, but he
yeah
subliminally diss a lot of people. Like I found out that when I found out that the song Imaginary Player, one of my all-time favorite songs, when I found out that was a diss to Mace, I was like, and there's like so many like deeply embedded things in that song. Like for instance, when he was like, "Those ain't Rolex diamonds. What the fuck you done to that?" Mace said that apparently he was getting Rolexes, and at the time Rolex wasn't putting diamonds on watches, so he would get a jeweler to customize Rolex diamonds on his watches. And so when Jay Z said, "Those ain't Rolex diamonds," the fuck you done to that? Only he understood what he was talking about. I was like, "Yo,
right.
that's some petty shit."
Yeah,
But
he's
yeah, for sure, for sure. I didn't even think to throw Jay Z into the mix of it, but yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Now I have a follow up, wine cooler topic. So I was sitting there on Thursday. No, today's Thursday. Tuesday. I was taking a drive, and I like the mixes that Apple Music puts together. So I looked down, and they had a mix. They call it your friends mix. So it randomly puts a playlist together of songs that your friends are listening to. So I'm listening to songs, so I'm skipping. The songs were all slow songs, so it sounded like my friends are going through some deep relationship stuff. So then out of nowhere, this one song, a young lady, I believe her name was Tiffany, came on called Promise Ring. And I remember the song because it came out when my daughter was a baby, and she used to like she used to perk up and like be real happy when the song came on. So whenever the song came on, I always played it because I knew it would shut her up. But it led me down a thought process. Ryan, have you ever bought a girl a promise ring?
promise ring. No, I'm not bought a promise ring. No, not a promise ring. No.
Now, I used to work at Zell's, the diamond store, so I used to sell promise rings a lot. It's a story that I could tell, but I know that my homie Rel will probably assassinate me if I
Oh
told the story.
shit!
So I'm not going to tell the story.
Jesus
But
Christ!
I used to sell promise rings. Now, if it was a punk ass you could tell spoiled ass 16-year-old that come in, I like to buy a promise ring for my girl. If it was, I'm gonna be completely honest. If it was a white kid, I was selling to him. If it was a black kid, I'd be like, hey yo, my man, what you doing? I'm buying a promise ring. For one, what you promising? That you won't cheat again, that you won't marry her, that y'all gonna have a long relationship? Because all of those things probably won't happen. Now,
Jesus
also,
Christ!
I would tell them like, dog, you don't gotta do that. You can have the same logic, but don't buy a ring. Buy a necklace. Buy her a nice necklace. I love you, something like that. But don't buy her no fucking promise ring, dog. If you're gonna buy a ring, buy an engagement, and you don't look like you at that phase. So just buy a necklace and keep it pushing. Damn, Ron, I was hoping to catch you slipping. I was hoping that you said like,
Whoa!
yeah, pause, dude.
What's
Yo,
going on, sir?
I've been acting up
Are you
tonight.
okay?
But I was hoping that you was like, yeah, I bought a promise ring. Then I got
Fuck
a pregnant.
no.
But to my lounge talk topic for this evening. Now, it's actually a two-part question. Now, the overall question is, how do you feel about people naming their kids after other people? Now, the first part has two parts to it as well. Now, I was with a friend this past summer, and this person had somebody really close to her pass away, and somebody else really close to her named their kid after this person. And she was like, I disagree with that. I think we should have had a talk. Now, I also remember in the past, a friend of mine, Bashel, may he rest in peace, he passed away, and a friend that was there named their kid after him and didn't consult the family before doing it, didn't give him a heads up, didn't named his child after this friend. Now, a lot of people had issue with it, and I was like, I don't know how to feel about that because although they weren't like day ones where they was super close, I was like, they were cool. They were cool enough that they acknowledged each other when we went out, stuff like that. But I was like, also, if you're not really tight with the family, do you owe them a heads up? Yo, I decided to name my kid after. I didn't know how to feel about that. What's your thoughts on that?
I think it depends on the situation. Ironically, like my middle name comes from obviously I'm named after my dad, but I have a different middle name. My middle name is from my uncle that died when he was a baby. And in
Okay.
hindsight, I've always felt like that was a horrible like idea. I think I told you like he died as a baby, so why name a baby respectfully? Why name a baby after a dead baby? But I get like the whole I get like the whole like trying to like pay homage, I guess, or show some respect or whatever. But I mean, I think you could name your kids whatever you want to name because ironically, one of my kids, Gabby, she's named after her aunt, but I literally didn't know that was her mom's sister. I didn't know it was her name because we never called her that. We always called her by a nickname, and I knew we at this point we know each other for like 5 years. And she like when I said the name, she like that's my sister's name. I was like, what? You know what I mean? So, but I didn't care because that's the name I wanted to name her. So, name your
Now,
kids whatever the fuck you want to name
also,
them.
right. Also, I think I don't see any issue with it. Like, for instance, my favorite uncle passed away February of last year, and my
Sure.
sister, she had a son in May, and she gave her son our uncle's uh my nephew's middle name is my uncle's first name. And I was like, I think that is a dope tribute because I mean that it almost is like it keeps my uncle's name going.
Right, right.
And I mean, his name was Timmy, so it's not like I mean, Timmy's an older name. It's not like you're gonna see like a bunch of Timothys running around, but I think it's really dope that my nephew is still kind of carrying my uncle's name on. So that's kind of the way I've always looked at it.
Right.
Now we're gonna get into a deeper conversation. So recently, it was noted that Sierra changed her child that is notably the rapper Future's child's last name to Russell Wilson's last name. Now, how do you feel about that?
I
How
don't
do
have
you
a
feel
problem with it
about a
because
woman changing their child's name from their biological name, last name, to their husband's last name, for instance?
it's always situational, but in that specific situation, she hyphenated the names. But his future is from everything I've read and understand. Obviously, I'm not dead, but from my understanding, he's a deadbeat. He doesn't do anything for his son. He's not active. He's not a part of his life. Russ is the dad. Russ is the dad. And he never and that, he don't even when at his interview like you never hear him separate or nothing. Like he'd be like my family, my kids, my children. He don't never be like my kids and little future. He always like my kids. He calls future little future his son. So in that particular situation, I don't have a problem with it. But if it's a man that's actively co-parenting and sharing the responsibilities equally or whatever he's doing, he's supposed to be doing, and you just up and change his name. I mean, yeah, well, he about to be in me full time because we're going to a funeral. And that's just how I feel like you can't I think that's not okay. Like that situation is not okay. But if the dad is like literally not doing anything, or whoever the parent is not active and change. What right do you have to get mad that you have no leg to stand on?
Now, before we go any further, producer, I'm gonna ask the good people, what y'all got to say about that? And if y'all think I came here to play with y'all, god damn it, I'm not. Now, I have a couple different feelings about this particular topic. Now, the link is in the chat if y'all good people want to chime in on the subject. Now, I personally feel that if I could see two sides of it. I could see if a father is absent, changing their last name, but also bitch, why give him the last name in the first place? You know where their relationship was headed.
Man, I mean, in most cases you don't. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times when we all got kids, I mean, the person that when you was procreating with that person, whatever bad came after that, I'm pretty sure none of us saw that coming or foresaw things escalating to where they escalated. You know what I'm saying? None
All
of the
right,
people I got kids with,
I was trying to cook you right.
thought yeah, I never thought that I would have never thought that they would act like. I'm pretty sure, CC mom, any the bad things y'all went through, you when y'all was together and getting along fine and in a relationship, you never saw her acting the way that she acts now, if she acts that way now.
I watered a flower and then Cece came about. I don't know anything outside of that.
Son,
But
you
no,
better
seriously.
you better go get a blood test.
But no,
That
seriously.
little girl look just like you.
Interestingly enough, her mother, we weren't together, but she was like, I want my kids to all have the same name. And she pondered giving her second child my last name, even though that's not biologically my child name. You can't tell me nothing different. You can't tell her nothing different because she's called me dad over the years. Actually, I was on the phone with her right before I got on the podcast, but my sister was like, "Nah, she ain't no Rockmore. I know she like y'all, she like us and everything, but nah, we carry that name. She ain't our bloodline." But I think that I would say that that's a decision you should leave up to the kid. I wouldn't just necessarily do that as the parent. And honestly, I could say that not completely relate, but my mom, when I was born, I had her what's some calling it? I had her maiden name. And when I was around like 7 years old, after her and my dad were married, she gave me and my sister both had her maiden name. She changed it to my dad's last name, and it was like you should have just did that from the beginning. Look at you. But
Yeah.
but also one thing that was brought up on a podcast that I watched that they were talking about this topic is there is like I could see an embarrassment for the child if, for instance, with Russell Wilson, where everybody in the house has the last name Wilson except for you. And
Yeah.
you live with us primarily, you're with us. Let's just say, because I don't exactly know their situation, let's say that Future as a
Oh, he's a
child,
deadbeat.
I mean, ugh, ugh. From the outside looking in, that's a
No,
weird call.
she like indirectly said on the interview, like, I forgot the young lady. I'll send you the clip, because I actually cut it up and I'll be memeing it. But she they basically asked her, like, what is this like co-parenting with Future, and how is he with his son? And she just kind of gave like a and laughed like 90 seconds, and they went on to the
Well,
next
I'm
topic. And
actually starting to see
She not gonna
Sierra in a.
she don't be like.
I see Sierra in a different light by some of her actions, and even when they broke up, it was something that I paid attention to. She went on these interviews, and oh, he was this, he was that, he was this, he was that. When they asked Future, I've only seen him say something about her once, and it was brought up, and you could tell he honestly didn't want to answer it, and he was just like, I'm gonna be completely honest. Sierra became a different person. I moved out to LA for her. I was happy in Atlanta. We moved out to LA. He was like, I wrote her the song Body Party. The song takes off. And this is the most spark you had in years. She became a different person. So she out here living it up, one of these parties and stuff like that. When I'm in the crib and I'm like, damn, we're not spending no time. You get like a spark and you just forget about me. And he was like, I don't like the fact that she's making me into this bad person. We just grew apart as people. You became a different person. I wasn't out here doing nothing. He was like, I was a family man. I'm in the house. I'm in the studio. I don't go out. But she had like all these bad things to say about him. And I'm just like, uh, and a couple things she's done afterwards make me look at her different. I don't feel that she's like this innocent, like good girl that she presents herself as because that's her image. But I mean, let's just say, for instance, even if he has the child, 25% of the time, 10% of the time. They communicate. He's also a rapper. He has a rigorous schedule. You won't be able to have a traditional co-parenting relationship, but let's just say he's there 10% of the time. Do you think that the other person should be involved in this conversation, or it's just no, that's what you want to do, that's it?
I think it's I just really think it's situational. It's like because your 10% co-parenting could look a lot different than my 10% co-parenting. I also don't think because he's a rapper or he got a rigorous schedule, I don't think that's an excuse. I think when you
Okay,
make the decision to procreate and become a father or a mother, you got to allocate the time or you got to figure it out. Yeah, okay, I already got to understand I got to provide for my family, but first and foremost, I got to be present for my family. You know what I mean? I got to be around. I got to like that. Cause that way there's it's never no uncomfortability when I do come around. So I'm not giving him anything because with him also with being a rapper and having a rigorous schedule comes resources, comes private jets, comes all kinds of things that you have at your disposal that regular parents like me and you don't have. So and we gotta work and provide for our children, and we still make everything work. So no, I don't give him a pass for
that's
that. So
not true. You
I'm
don't.
just saying it
That's not true.
depends.
I don't like the way you just said that, because if it's a compromised position or things go wrong, I definitely have a jet. I have a Jet 2 holiday for my daughter's mother if she starts to act up.
Huh?
You don't know what a Jet
Well,
2
you know.
holiday is?
I know what a tattoo holiday is, but why you want to put hands on her mom?
Whoa, play! I didn't say I was putting in. Look at
Did
you.
you
Look
just
at
say
you.
that? You should have a tattoo holiday for her mom. For her mom. That's what you said.
Two
That's why you lost
letters.
me. I'm like, wait, what?
Two letters. OJ.
You see where he at?
JK. Unless you want to do it.
But yeah,
But no, I
yeah,
definitely
I just
agree with
think
that. That was a
it's
great
yeah,
point.
situation. Yeah, yeah, you can't. It's this situation. I think everybody's situation is different. Like it's not, you know what I mean? Like the way I am as a father may not work. You just you know what I mean, it may not work for you and vice versa. Like it's just you know what I'm saying, like you had the military
Right.
life and all that, like but you still prioritize CC. You
Yeah,
still like
for
okay, if
sure.
you go on a deployment for 6 or 7 weeks, you know, okay, I got leave for 2 weeks. There's some of those 14 days are gonna be allocated to CC, whether she's in school or not. You're gonna make yourself as available. Okay, all right, she got out at
For
three
sure.
o'clock. What days you want to hang out, or what? No, these are the days we are hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
you're gonna make it work. So I don't really I just don't I ain't trying. And I've worked 2 jobs at a time. I worked like I yeah this I before I wasn't at work I was at work. So and I make all that shit work. So I don't be trying to hear none of that. Man. But
Okay.
everything that I've read and saw it said that he's based. Well, I ain't gonna say dead. We're gonna say he's not an active father. He's not an active father.
That's
Yeah, I
fair.
mean, obviously,
But
I'm not there. I don't see it.
yeah, because I think Sierra's a liar.
I don't think so, bro. I don't get, and again, I don't know him. Let's go. I can go over his interviews and what I see and read. But everybody says like Future is like a cheater. He's like he like you know what I mean. Like that's
Young
he
Thug said
openly
he's not
says
in
that. Like he
everything that he did.
yeah. Like what's going on? Like and don't Future got a bunch of kids?
Yeah, he definitely got a
Yeah. So like
crazy. I think he got a little football squad over there.
yeah,
I
and
think he got
I
a full
think like.
basketball team.
And I also think when he met Sierra, I think when he met Sierra, Sierra was like in her early 20s, if I'm not mistaken, or like
No, she
mid
was.
20s. Sierra's like
I think she was like mid to late. I don't think she was like quite
she
in
was
her.
probably she's probably like 26ish then. Sierra's probably every bit of like 37, 38 now.
Yeah, I mean, I think he like
Dare
early.
I say,
I think he like early 40s. I don't think it's not too much of an age difference there.
but I think okay, I think you would agree with me that you and I both at 39 are completely different individuals than we were at 29.
I'm a different individual than I was yesterday.
Oh my God.
But with that being said, because it looked like the ladies and gentlemen are scared of the topic, let's jump into that spotlight. Now, good brother, I see that you had some technical difficulties with the footage of the last show, which was definitely a good joint. I'm kind of pissed off.
It was like ironic. So you know what's crazy? Because when we recorded and I load them straight up onto the internet, the episode actually dropped. I had to take it down. I woke up and like because all I do when I upload them, all I do is just put the name of the person. I don't put a title in. I had a notification on my phone like "Safe Space for Men" has. And I was like, what? I had to go in there and pull it back. Pause. Because like the first, it's really like the first 3 to 7 minutes. It was an issue with Mike, but I realized what the problem is. The problem is, and it's my fault. The problem is when I record by myself, I sit where y'all be sitting at. So the mic be the right way. When I record with people, everything is reversed. So I'll be reversing the mic. Pause. And
Oh,
if and because I do that, it be both our mics. So like when I be having to lean up, because like I can hear I'm used to it, so I can hear it, so I can hear the voice. But it's because of me. So I got it fixed. The issue is we good. We gonna record Saturday. We
definitely,
locked in.
definitely.
And we
The
got some
only
more.
thing
I
I
got some
got
more shit for us to talk about.
The only thing I got on Saturday, I want you to bring some of them other topics back though, because it was a fire episode. But
We
only thing
Saturday
I
we
got to do
rolling.
on
We rolling
Saturday
Saturday.
is on. Unfortunately, I had to be a victim to the DMV on Saturday. I hope I can get it done tomorrow, but I had to go get a real ID. People, make sure you have your proper
Yo,
identification.
get a
But
fucking passport, man.
chill, I
That's why you
gotta
gotta get a real ID because you ain't got a passport.
relax. Because I have to
Oh
do.
man.
Listen. Don't try to young bull me on my show.
I'm telling you, military. I'm telling you, military niggas not having passports. You don't need them.
Well, that's the problem in the military. You got your government ID that
You,
served as a passport, but that's neither here
so,
nor there.
question. So that your government ID is not you. It's not good enough anymore to fly abroad.
It is,
That's a real
but I
question.
don't want to run the course of. Well, I don't want to run the course of accidentally losing it because actually I have to go away. I'm going to. Well, I won't say that on camera. I'll tell you about that later. But I need
Who
that
the fuck are
license
you,
for
Jason
something.
Bourne?
Huh?
Who the fuck are you, Jason Bourne?
So, ladies and gentlemen, Ron just actually dropped the episode today,
Yes.
and
Yes.
give the good people a preview of it. Because honestly, I found out about it by accident. I was sitting there and I went to go up, and I was like, "Wait, where the fuck? Oh, he getting fancy. That's why he didn't answer the text earlier." Give the good people a preview of what the show is about.
So when you asked me, me, Bobby, now I'm into the clips and everything. Shout out to Jay King. I got the whole clip program, all that stuff. So I was clipping stuff up when you texted, so that's why I didn't hit you back. But yeah, what did I cover? Oh, well, so today I was covering just like stages of father that I'm going through with like in the moment realizing my kids are getting older without me even realizing it. The things that I'm dealing with, obviously I speak a little bit on my little what I would like to call a hiatus from work.
Oh, okay.
I can't go into too many details because you never know who's watching and they be like,
Let's
they're
taking
a big
pictures.
corporation, but yeah. I mean, but nevertheless, just to clarify, because I don't really think that weird. I ain't in no trouble and nothing. I'll be back to work before I know it. But I'm in no rush to go back at all because I'm at home with pay. So yeah, I don't need to go back to work anytime soon. I'm enjoying bro, this time like yeah, like I'm ready. I think I be a stay-at-home dad. That might be the way to go. I even touch on that, like just like because the stuff that I want to do, just in life, not just with the podcast, but like if I can get myself positioned to where um I'm generating enough legal income to where I can be at home and more like this would really be this is a comfortable life. Like I ain't gonna hold you. The ability to take my kid to school, pick her up every day for the last almost 3 weeks, be able to work out, run, do whatever I want, whatever, come back home, take a nap, play the game, watch, work on my podcast. That's what I did today. All I did today was podcast work, and I still got more stuff to do. Because I like the clip stuff. Like we gonna rap on Saturday. I'm gonna show you, like, bruh, it's so much stuff you can. One more thing, and if y'all like me, I need y'all to report it. So we got an imposter out there right now. We have an imposter of safe space for men. Somebody And now that's why I'm trying to get into trademarking and all that. Like, it's a whole nother level I really gotta do. But even though because like I can prove I started the podcast 2.5 years before the person, I'm like that kind of protects you. But you got to start trademarking your shit, because I just happened to search. Someone was like search it, and it popped up, and they instead of them putting FOR, they put the number four, which is ironic. In my laptop, when I save stuff to files, I have it saved that way. But the podcast obviously is a safe space for men. But yeah, we got imposters out there, man,
All
and
right, let's
they
be on their
actually dropped
page.
yeah. Yeah, no, seriously. Like I saw it. They're on, and they're not even on all platforms. They're only on Spotify and something else. I think saw it. I was just like, this ain't my logo, and I'm looking and like, they got a similar it's a similar, you know, can't even come up with the words, but
They
they're
say
basically putting out a similar
imitation.
product. Like,
They say imitation is the best form of flattery. I just call it dicky.
and self defense is not murder either. So like, I really. Yeah, like I was really disturbed, but I
My
was looking at some
chest.
copywriting is copywriting is it's really expensive, but it's worth it in the long run. With the stuff that I'm really trying to do with the podcast, I gotta get some copyrights because like the worst thing you could happen is have some shit take off or have merch and have all these other things be with because the name I'm gonna keep this not just gonna be for pie and it's gonna be for other stuff that I want to
Okay.
do. But yeah, like you once that shit take off, it's somebody you like it just you got to get trademarked. And I searched it. It's not trademarked or nothing. I searched it before I even started the podcast to make
Yeah, because
sure.
how you gonna have your
But
strip
yeah,
club called a
and
safe?
pasta.
How you gonna have your strip club called a safe space for men if it's not trademarked?
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay.
But right,
Jesus, man. But
any last words for
but
the
yeah, I
good
got
people?
this.
Let them know where they can check you out.
I'm on IG at a safe space for men, all one word IG, still double underscore Brooks, double underscore IG. Safe space for men, all spaced out. YouTube, you can get the podcast everywhere. I'm literally on like 19 platforms. Like I'm really busy,
For
but you can
sure,
get me
because
anywhere
when
you listen. You can if you got Prime, you can listen to it on Amazon
shit,
for
I didn't know that.
free. You got Apple Music, it's there. Yeah, if you got Prime, it's on Amazon for free. It's on Spotify for free. You don't gotta pay for that. It's on Apple
I listen to it on
Podcasts.
iHeart sometimes.
You should yeah, it's on iHeart. I got it on iHeart. The shit is everywhere. And it's yeah, man. It's just yeah, check me out. I'm back. I don't do drop dates no more. I just drop. Like I just
I
drop. I
see.
don't even
Nigga be
yeah, I
acting
just
like
drop.
Beyonce. I just drop an
Yeah, I
album
just
when I'm
drop,
like,
man. Just drop,
but
man. Just drop, and then you know follow me, like, share, subscribe, download, show me some love. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, and you always show me
as
love, but again, I just gotta tell you, I appreciate you having me on and just putting some
nah,
eyes on what I got going on.
as always, Ryan, like I like to tell my co-hosts, I appreciate you being here because you set time aside for little old me, pause. So I definitely appreciate that. And I see you said it, good brother.
Saturday, brother. Peace.
All righty. Okay, good people. This was a great episode. I always love when I take a week off and I come back and deliver fire content for y'all, as I always promise to deliver. Next week, actually, I want y'all to tune back in because I will be having Southside You come back in to pick up where we left off on our last episode. So you want to make sure that you are tuned in for that. Also, I'll probably have another co-host. We'll see what I decide I want to do. But I appreciate y'all coming back. Make sure you get your tickets to the comedy show coming up on the 25th. Make sure that you tune in to Just Us League, Council of the Culture when we deliver these. We're delivering y'all fire content. We about to get back to being on your social media feed, on your YouTube feed every day. I hope you're ready. But as I like to end every show, live every day like it's your last and make sure you are prepared for tomorrow. God bless and good night.
Everybody at my house, but it's Crip style. Watch how I get about my house, y'all. Get out. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Get the fuck up in my house, nigga. Get the fuck up in my house, nigga. Nigga, quick call. Get the fuck up in my house, nigga. Huh? What?